him a friend, let's give him a name. He was alive and happy, but suddenly when he came back from school, met me that afternoon. Sam, are you okay? I looked at his bruise. He told me about the bully who beat him up just cause he won't give up his money. He pulled him up by the collar, tossed him and gave his boot to his mouth. He said I will take him myself and knocked him out. Next thing he knew, he was huddling on the floor. Everyone staring and laughing, no one there before. Took his backpack, covered his eyes with his elbow, and ran to the door and came crying back home. This is when it gets pretty scary sad this time. His dad was drunk and high all the time. He was only 4, his dad drank and drive. Ran into a tree, saw his own mom die. His mom left him, his dad never left pills. Upset, angry, full of fear, he came for his help. But the money he lost was the money he got from his father who didn't bother about the bruise. Because Sam was supposed to give the money to the dealer who lived near his school about a quarter of a kilometer. When he told his dad, who was drunk and high, started yelling, blamed him and slapped him thrice. I felt immense pain. Wonder how did he feel? My mom left us too, she married someone rich. My dad was poor, but he did alright enough to feed me dinner. Most of the nights I told him I'm sorry, but I couldn't say much. My dad was so insecure, so I grew up as such. I should have said everything that was in my head. I left him unsupported, that's my biggest regret. He went back home, I don't know what happened then. The next day I woke up, I saw law enforcement. He was asking for me, looking at a short note. Sam hanged himself for something I didn't know. I took that note, miserable and devastated. It said I've had enough, can't take it, I'm frustrated. On the backside he wrote my name and it stated, you're the only one who kept me motivated. But I wasn't strong enough, so I decided to go. Now a tear in my eyes, cause now I was alone. That bully, his dad, were the culprits in my mind. Nothing could give my friend back, or many who lose their lives just because some of us don't use our minds. I see them as murderers who cause suicide. I ran to his house where there was police and media trying to cover the news, but they had no idea what happened. But they were guessing their life when I knew it was murder. They call it suicide. I saw his dad held up in cuffs. He was really sad cause he didn't get his drugs. I wanted to shout, rot in jail, but maybe I thought I will see him in hell. He was the main reason I lost my friend, but I didn't really try. So maybe in the end, to conclude myself, I'm also a sinner. I may go to hell, but I hope Sam is in heaven. I saw an ambulance with a couple of men. A white sheet covered the body of my friend. The cop asked his dad, so what happened? He saw me standing right there, started lying then. He told him about the bully and started crying. Man, he fabricated a story the cop was buying when only I knew that he hid the truth. The cop arrested him for substance abuse. He killed his wife, then he forced his son to commit suicide cause he didn't stand up. He was just lucky that I was just a kid, or I would beat him up for what he did. According to the law, the bully went to jail for 6 months without a condition for bail, while his dad came back in a couple of days. Gave a fine of maybe a couple of hundreds. The case got closed, nobody even knew, cause I was the only one that Sam talked to. He was only 12, I was barely 14. 3 kids were affected, me, Sam and the bully. Sam was stabbed me with a lifelong regret. The bully went to jail, so maybe he would fully forget what it's like to play about comics and candies, like they know about drugs, crimes and magazines. I hope you'll take this serious and maybe even try to talk to someone struggling in their lives. Yeah.